Good morning and welcome to the University of Kansas School of Nursing Hooding and Recognition Ceremony. Please turn off or silence your cell phones and electronic devices at this time. Please stand if you are able for the procession. Thank you.
Welcome to the University of Kansas Nursing Recognition and Hooding Ceremony honoring our 2026 graduates. Please be seated. I'm Jean Giddens, Dean of the School of Nursing. We welcome all of our graduates, our family members and loved ones who are joining us today via live stream. Before we get started, I would like to make sure we acknowledge the countless hours of time that our KUMC staff and our KUMC or KU Nursing School staff have put into being able to provide this ceremony for all of you. So thank you to those of you who are involved. I'd like to introduce the individuals on the platform party who are with us this afternoon, some of whom you'll be hearing from again later in the program. And as your name is called, please stand. First, Dr. Steven Stites, Executive Vice Chancellor of the KU Med Center. Dr. Abby Odenak-Nwanton, Dean of the School of Health Professions. Dr. Rachel Pepper, Chief Nursing Officer, the University of Kansas Health System. Dr. Jill Peltzer, Associate Dean for Graduate Programs. Dr. Laura Klinke-Borgman, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Programs. Dr. Karen Weiss, Campus Dean, School of Nursing, Salina Campus. And finally, I'd like to recognize Dr. Barb Polifka, Associate Dean for Grants and Research. You can keep standing, Barb. I'd like to share with all of you that this marks Dr. Polifka's final graduation as a KU School of Nursing faculty member. And I know she's looking forward to retirement this summer. I'd like you all to join me in thanking her for her extraordinary leadership for nursing research at our school and congratulating her on such an amazing and distinguished career. Thank you, Barb. And before we continue our program, I'd like to take a moment to honor a beloved faculty member who passed away in March, Dr. Erin Keith Chansey. You'll notice that we've reserved a chair for her in her honor. The chair displays her academic regalia, a photograph, and a yellow rose, which are symbols of her dedication to nursing, her compassion for the students, and the light she brought to our community, and truly was an amazing School of Nursing family member. Dr. Keith Chansey's devotion to the KU School of Nursing, her students, and the patients she cared for are remembered with deep gratitude. And we're honored to have her husband, Chris, here. Chris, I know you're here, thank you, and family. And Chris, we thank you for bringing your family to join us so we can remember her. She was such an extraordinary faculty member, wife, and mother, so thank you. And we'll just take a moment of silence to recognize Erin. Thank you. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Steve Stites, Executive Vice Chancellor for the University of Kansas Medical Center, and he's also the Chief Health Sciences Officer for the University of Kansas. Dr. Stites has served at the Medical Center since 1993. I know you don't like dates. Holding several positions including Internal Medicine Chair, Interim Executive Vice Chancellor, and Internal Medicine Residency Program Director. He also serves dual leadership roles as Vice President and Chief Medical Officer for the University of Kansas Health System and was named Executive Vice Chancellor for the Medical Center in 2024. Dr. Stites earned his medical degree from the University of Missouri-Columbia and completed his residency in internal medicine and served as the chief resident at the University of Rochester. He later served a fellowship in pulmonary and critical medicine at the University of Kansas Medical Center. We're honored to have him join us today and celebrate and address our students. Dr. Stites.
Thank you. And the thing about dates is it dates me. It's a challenge. And yeah, after 36 years at KU, I can proudly say I am a Jayhawk, even if I was raised as a Tiger. But I am a Jayhawk today. You know, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all here today to celebrate the accomplishments of the University of Kansas School of Nursing class of 2026. Congratulations to the people running the It is, that's a big deal, big deal. To the people running the teleprompter, I'm going to go off script. I'll warn you when I go off script. I won't take too long, I promise. I would like to take a moment to recognize our KU School of Nursing Dean and our leadership team, especially Dean Jean Giddens, and our many School of Nursing faculty and staff are here today with us. Thank you. Thank you for the amazing work you do to support your students and therefore the patients and those of us who need care in our country. Above all, I'm happy to see our 2026 graduates, along with your family and friends who have supported you during this important journey and who has supported you as you launch your careers as nurses, researchers, educators, caregivers. Today marks the end of a long phase of formal education and the beginning of a lifetime of less formal but equally important learning and professional growth. Never stop learning. While you gain some interprofessional training during your time at the School of Nursing, the importance of teamwork in a clinical setting will become a critical part of your day-to-day experience and your day-to-day learning, a theme I will return to momentarily. All those who work in a clinical setting, regardless of their degree or background, are there because they want to do the right thing and put the patient first. But patient care is truly elevated when everyone listens to one another and works together to contribute to care. Here's why I go off script. Years ago, I became a doctor in cystic fibrosis. A long time ago, I had to do some extra work. Somebody said to me, you got to go do it, so I did it. I didn't know what I was doing. I was very lucky to have been paired with Jonathan Adcock. I don't know if many of you know or remember Jonathan, but Jonathan was an outstanding nurse in the medical intensive care unit at KU, and he joined me in taking care of patients with cystic fibrosis. We were the first team. Jonathan subsequently died of cancer. He tried to work for as long as he could because he was so dedicated. But what he did, his biggest gift to me, was the work he did in identifying, as he knew he was dying, in identifying the person who would follow him, Joyce Funk. Now, Joyce and I worked together for 22, 23 years. And she has taught me far more than I have taught her. When I was an intensivist for a long time, I realized that the nurses knew the most in the ICU about the condition of a patient. I could come in, I could talk to the residents, that was great, but my first round started at 6 a.m. because the nursing staff were the ones who were always there, always at the bedside, really understood the patient, and that's who I needed to round with. In the outpatient clinic, I had a little more hubris, and I thought, I'm the one who really knows the most. And Joyce has taught me a much different lesson, that the best teammates listen, don't order, that the nurse knows far more than I do because, in her case, she was always in contact with the patients, and that her judgment, honestly, was better than my own. That is not false humbleness. It is the truth. And later, when our team of CF caregivers was joined by a physical therapist and an occupational therapist and a respiratory therapist and a pharmacist and a social worker, we became a great team. Never shirk from being the most important member of a healthcare team because you know the patient's needs the most and you're at the bedside or on the phone or talking to them the most often. Never shrink from that because if you do, the patients do not get as good a care. This truth became so clear to me in my work with cystic fibrosis patients and in the medical intensive care unit. When the care team doesn't listen effectively to each other or understand the importance of every single role, patient care suffers. And the real quarterback of that was a nurse, whether it's in the ICU or it's in the outpatient world. That is a truth of American medicine. I think it's a truth of worldwide medicine. So trust the amazing education you have gained. You are the backbone to the continuity of patient care and members of the team, no matter what their background, doctors, physical therapists, etc. Everyone needs to value the work you do. Most importantly, you need to be proud, and you need to value the work you do and what you bring. As you and your colleagues commit to trusting one another and building effective teams, it is the patient who wins in the end, whether you're in research, whether you're in education, or whether you're at the bedside. I have learned this truth over and over and over again. The worst fault of a team is when they stop listening. Never stop talking. And I encourage each of you then to know your worth, trust your gut or your lungs, and become a partner in the care with those who serve you. Be proud, be gracious, be humble, be great, be bold, be heard. Congratulations, KU School of Nursing Class of 2026, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Thank you, Dr. Stites. It's now my honor to welcome Dr. Rachel Pepper, who's the Senior Vice President and Chief Nursing Officer for the University of Kansas Health System, Kansas City Division. She'll be coming to the podium to offer greetings from the health system. Dr. Pepper has served as a nurse for well over 20 years and has been the Chief Nursing Officer at the University of Kansas Health System for the past 8 years. She has been a strong partner with the School of Nursing and is a 2-time alumna, having completed both her master's and her DNP degree with the KU School of Nursing. Let's welcome Dr. Pepper.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is such an honor to be in this room today and to join you all on what is such a special day in your careers. I truly hope that you all take a moment to pause and reflect and be so proud of what you've accomplished and what this graduation reflects. As the Chief Nursing Officer at the University of Kansas Health System, one of the very best parts of my role is getting to visit with patients who have received care from our teams and our nurses. And I also love that I am following Dr. Stites because I have the honor of working with him every day, and the words that he shared and the passion that he shared about his nursing colleagues, you will experience it in your careers. I hope that you absorb every word that he said, and I hope that you live and actualize what he encouraged you to do, because it will be meaningful. From these patient conversations, you can learn so very much. And there is one thing that almost always comes through: the connection people had with their nurse. People notice so many things. They notice the compassion that you show. They notice the skill that you demonstrate. They notice the way that nurses work within the team, how they're a leader amongst the interdisciplinary team, the knowledge that you have. They notice your presence in the quiet moments and the time that you take to get to know them as a person and not just a patient. They also trust their nurse. They see that you take time to speak up on their behalf. As Dr. Stites said, be heard. You advocate for your patients and people will listen. People also always acknowledge that the nurse is the person that's present with them in some of their best moments and some of the moments that are filled with despair and a lot of vulnerability, and they trust your presence to be with them. Now that each of you are the newest nurses or advanced degree nurse professionals in our profession of nursing, I hope that you truly embrace the power that's in your hands. You have so much potential to do good and to serve those around you, and I hope every single day you enjoy this remarkable journey that you are about to embark upon. On behalf of all the nurses at the University of Kansas Health System, I want to congratulate you today, and I promise you, all of us are looking forward to cheering you on, seeing your bright careers develop, and seeing the incredible things that you contribute to our profession. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Dr. Pepper. I will just share with everyone what an incredible leader she is, an extraordinary partner, and truly, we cannot educate our students without the support of the health system. So again, we appreciate you joining us for this ceremony. Now, it is customary for the dean of a school to offer remarks at graduation. As a former associate dean and dean in New Mexico and in Virginia, and now here at KU, I have personally overseen 35 nursing graduations since 2007. Today actually marks the 36th. So I share that with you because I have addressed many, many nursing graduates over the time. And as I was preparing my comments for today, I actually wondered, what are some of the most common phrases used in graduation speeches? And so with the assistance of AI, I got a list of top phrases, and I'm going to share a few with you. One of the top ones was, "You're off to great places," or "Follow your passion." Another one was, "Embrace the unknown," or "Don't be afraid to fail." And another one is, "Make a difference," or "The future is yours." And you've probably heard some of these yourself. Not only have I heard many of these phrases used in graduation speeches, I have actually used some of those myself in some variation. So my commitment today is to avoid those and to steer clear of those cliches and really focus with you today on the theme of commitment. So graduation marks a transition in your lives. For some of you, you're transitioning from a layperson to a healthcare professional. For others, you are advancing, or you have advanced your education so you can attain expertise as an advanced practice role, a specialty, or for nursing research. So regardless of your path, this transition represents your commitment to nursing. And I want to, again, emphasize that word commitment, because as you all know, as your friends and family members know, as our faculty and staff know, you have worked so hard. You have made so many sacrifices, and you have really earned this today. But the truth is, you're not done. I'll share a famous quote from one of the earliest leaders of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale, to emphasize this very point. Nearly 150 years ago, she wrote, "Let us never consider ourselves finished. We must be learning all of our lives." And this was really phenomenal. She wrote that 150 years ago, because that is such an important piece of what we must do, our commitment to nursing as well. As nurses, it's absolutely our responsibility to remain committed to lifelong learning. You've heard this the whole time you've been in school. You must commit to staying current, to leading change, and to shaping the future of nursing and healthcare. You are the generation of nurses who will move our healthcare system to the desired state of excellence for all. You are the generation of nurses who must be committed to promoting wellness and fostering positive and healthy workplace cultures. We know that practicing civility, kindness, and respect in every interaction provides a foundation for resilience, both for ourselves, but those around us. So how do we do this, especially in such challenging times? Gandhi offered guidance that actually remains profoundly relevant today. And he said, keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive because your words become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive because your behavior become your habits, and keep your habits positive because those habits become your values. Keep your values positive because the values become your destiny. And this is a message that holds true for every single person in this theater. Graduates, you may not fully understand the extraordinary nursing education you have received at KU. As a graduate of this nursing school myself, I didn't fully appreciate the quality of my education until years later. And I'm confident that for some of you that will also be true. But as you begin your careers or assume advanced roles in nursing, know that you are very well prepared to make a difference at a time when your knowledge, your skills, and your leadership are needed more than ever. And it is my hope for you that you remain fully committed to nursing and that you carry forward the KU School of Nursing tradition of excellence, leaving a clear imprint on our profession, that you're empowered to strengthen the health of Kansas and beyond. Congratulations, and we look forward to hearing about your future contribution to healthcare. Now, I'd like to invite Dr. Jill Peltzer, Associate Dean for Graduate Programs, to present our School of Nursing Awards. Dr. Peltzer.
At this time, I invite each of you to refer to your program for specific information about the awards we will present today. The recipient of each award was selected based upon recommendation by peers and faculty. Awardees, please rise when your name is called and remain standing until the next awardee is called. We present our first student award to Stacy Peterson. Stacy is the recipient of the Compassion Award, given to a student who practices the art of compassion by being present to the pain and suffering of their patients, families, and fellow staff. Congratulations, Stacy. Alan Miller James is the recipient of the Helen Connors Nursing Award. This award is given to a doctoral student whose research focuses on the areas of informatics, big data, and emerging technologies. Congratulations, Alan. The Susan C. Day Nursing Award is presented to Julia Berglund. This award is given to one of our most outstanding academic undergraduate students who excels in leadership activities. We are proud to honor you, Julia. Megan Hesseltine is the recipient of the Melissa L. Hardin Award, created in memory of Melissa by her family and friends to recognize a BSN student who has accepted a position in a cardiac unit. Congratulations, Megan. Our next award is the E. Jean M. Hill Award. This year's recipient is Reagan Fairfax. This award is given in recognition of a senior baccalaureate nursing student who has demonstrated outstanding clinical performance. Congratulations, Reagan. Madison Warner is the recipient of the I.L. Hirsch Nursing Award. This award is given to an outstanding BSN student who has accepted employment in a rural setting. Congratulations, Madison. The recipient of the Ann Homburger Hummingbird Award is Jasmuth Carr. This award was established to recognize a deserving undergraduate student who demonstrates the art of healing, kindness, comfort, and holistic care with exemplary clinical and interpersonal skills. Congratulations, Jasmuth. The recipient of the 2026 Jean N. and F. Dale Quisenberry Award is Alexandra Harper. This award is given to a graduating baccalaureate student who has demonstrated outstanding clinical skills. Congratulations, Alexandra. Keenan Nguyen is the recipient of the BSN Online Excellence Award. This award recognizes a student in our Community College Nursing Partnership, or RN to BSN program, who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and commitment to the profession. Congratulations, Keenan. The recipient of the Kay Schlichter Memorial Award is Selah Worsham. This award was created by Kay's classmates after she passed away 2 weeks before graduation in 1957. It recognizes a BSN senior with a demonstrated record of academic and leadership excellence. Congratulations, Selah. Congratulations to each of these award recipients. Sigma Theta Tau International is the world's only nursing society honor society for nursing. The society recognizes superior achievement and leadership while fostering the highest standards in the nursing profession. Members in the society are recognized in the global community of nurses as those who excel in the profession. Each year, the Delta chapter of Sigma Theta Tau International awards students and faculty who possess these qualities. Will the named students please stand and remain standing until all names are called? Audience, please hold your applause until names are called. Megan Hesseltine and Lorelei Petrie are the recipients of the BSN Award. Stacy Peterson is the recipient of the DMP Award, and Scotty Brackett is the recipient of the PhD Award. Please join me in recognizing these recipients of the Delta Chapter Awards. As mentioned previously, Sigma Theta Tau International is the honor society for nursing, and both undergraduate and graduate students are selected for membership each year. Each Sigma Theta Tau graduate is recognized with a purple and white cord. In your program, you will find the names of the new inductees. Will students, faculty, and audience members who are members of Sigma Theta Tau please stand for recognition? Thank you. You may be seated. I am pleased to welcome Madison Kidwell and Rachel Edmiston, officers of the Association of Undergraduate Students in Nursing, to the podium for the presentation of the 2026 class composite.
Dean Giddens, will you please join us? Dean Giddens, on behalf of the BSN class of 2026, we are pleased to present this representation of the 2026 class composite. The original will be displayed in the Office of Student Affairs. We thank you, the faculty, and the staff of the KU School of Nursing.
Well, thank you, Madison and Rachel, and to all of our AUSN leaders for this extraordinary gift. And we really do love looking at the photos after you're gone to remember you. So, Dr. Laura Klinke-Borgman, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Programs, will now recognize students graduating with distinction, highest distinction, and honors.
University of Kansas undergraduate students who rank in the upper 10% of their graduating class is with distinction. The upper third of those students, or top 3% of the class, graduate with highest distinction. These students are wearing apricot cords denoting this honor today. We will now recognize candidates for graduation with distinction and with highest distinction. Students, as your name is called, please stand and remain standing until all names are announced. Audience, please hold your applause until all names have been announced. BSN candidates for graduation with highest distinction are Julia Karen Berglund, Clara M. Boyd, Carly A. Dorr, Megan Nicole Hesseltine, Olivia A. Summers. BSN candidates for graduation with distinction are Abdullah Talat Alawad, Victoria Marie George, Alexandra Ann Harper, Mysara Her, Paige M. Jewell, Isabel A. Congable, Sydney Marie Mingucci, Rebecca Grace Mitchell, Keenan C. Wynn, Lorelei Elizabeth Petrie, Mallory A. Renier, Aubrey Rogers, Madeline K. Rollo, Jaden P. Sire, Jenna C. Wiltfong, Sienna M. Wright. Please join me in recognizing these students. You may be seated. The BSN Honors Program provides outstanding undergraduate students an opportunity to participate in research with a faculty mentor. This year, 16 students completed the BSN Honors Program. Please rise as we recognize you for this achievement. Audience, please hold your applause until all names are announced. Abdullah Talat Alawad, Julia Karen Berglund, Ryan R. Buster, John T. Courtney, Maxwell Godfrey, Megan Nicole Hesseltine, Darby Rain Jester, Paige M. Jewell, Jasmeeth Carr, Megan Elizabeth Lee, Farron Hadley Meddy, Jude P. Schneiders, Madison Rose Solis, Chase Michael Taylor, Sienna Marie Wright, Hasti Yousefi Arjmand. Please join me in recognizing these students. At this time, please welcome back Dean Gittens.
Thank you, Dr. Klinke-Borgman. We now begin honoring our graduates with doctoral hooding. Please join us in this time-honored tradition, acknowledging and celebrating those students who have completed all requirements of a doctoral degree. You will find a list of all candidates and their dissertation or project titles in your program, listed in alphabetical order by degree.
Please welcome Dr. Jill Peltzer and Dr. Becky Christian to greet and hood students graduating with the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree please stand and come forward?
Alan Miller James.
Janet Severine.
Mary Esther Hunter. Scotty Renee Brackett. Andrea Hines. Carrie Lynn Magnuson. May Maloba. Congratulations to the Spring 2026 Doctor of Philosophy graduates. Dr. Colleen Paramesh will now join Dr. Peltzer to greet and hood students graduating with a Doctor of Nursing Practice degree.
Will the graduates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree please come forward as directed?
Candace Lewis. Crystal O. Obifuna.
Whitney Elizabeth Venagoni.
Nicole Hope Crimer. Greta Ford Char. Caitlin Ann Haddock. Patricia Lee Brady. Michaela Cora Carachilo. Abby Homeyer.
Haley Christine Kohaki.
Taylor Lipsy. Stacy Ann Peterson. Veronica Richards. Cheyenne Blake Seamatter. Kelsey Michelle Smith. Elizabeth Ann Sneed. Kristen Elaine Jones. Sui Wang.
Congratulations to the Spring 2026 Doctor of Nursing Practice graduates.
Dr. Jill Peltzer will now greet candidates for the Master of Science and Postmaster's certificates.
Will the candidate for the Master of Science in Health Informatics degree please stand and come forward?
Julie A. Moore.
Will the candidates for the Master of Science and Postmaster's certificates please stand and come forward as directed?
Brittany Ann Liker.
Let's congratulate all Master of Science and Postmaster's certificate graduates. Dr. Laura Klenke-Borgman and Dr. Jessica Brunsman will now come forward to greet the Bachelor of Science in Nursing class of 2026. Will the Bachelor of Science candidates please approach the platform as directed?
Chase Michael Taylor. Jackson Carter Marsh. Julia Karen Berglund.
Megan Nicole Hesseltine.
Mallory A. Renier. Sydney Marie Mingucci. Kendra G. Martinez Carrillo. Sarah C. Hess. Gabriella Bowerly. Victoria Marie George. Madison Lee Supis.
Lorelei Elizabeth Petrie.
Corinne Lee Abernathy. Catherine Mary Van Kiersbilk. Anna Elizabeth Bartkowski.
Jasmeet Carr.
Destiny Lauren Grubbs. Liliana Sarah. Rachel Michelle Edmiston. Madison Grace Kidwell. Matthew Foreman. Lena Chiem. Lauren Ort. Paige Nicole Cooper.
Miranda Lorraine Bennett.
Emily Rose Brown. Sophie Ellen Twaddell. Isabella Faith Carroll. Cassidy Ray Carlson. Aubrey Claire Rogers. Juan Carlos Molina. Megan Nicole Worley. Mason A. Engelken. Matthew Charles Shields. Kyle T. Ulch. Jacob J. Lowe. Jensen Marie Heidemann. Aubrey Q. Zimmerman. Ashlyn May Gerton. Catherine Maxine Shear. Ashlyn Brooke Caruth. Paige M. Jewell. Cassidy L. Dunn. Jersey A. Kaiser.
Jaden P. Sire.
Peyton Elizabeth Doherty. Madeline Fosmo. Cassie M. Corman. Courtney Jade Kiefer. Caden Suzanne McGinnis Stovall.
Adam James Weepert.
Lindy Rose McKee. Clara M. Boyd. Valerie M. Rose. Tanya Veronica Landeros de Leon. Olivia Jade de Jesus Cuevas. Deja Donnell McCullough. Crystal A. Robinson. Sienna Marie Wright. Sienna Marie Wright. Alexandra Ann Harper. Jenna C. Wiltfong. Caitlin Morgan Lassiter. Kimberly E. Schutzler. Olivia A. Summers.
Jessica R. Lugin.
Rebecca Grace Mitchell. Shaylin Claire Hellis. Chelsea Sophia Espino Salazar. Sophia Marguerite Espinosa. Sydney Madison Madnikoff. Emma Grace Sand. Malena Zorn.
Carly A. Dorr.
Madison A. Millerskow. Farin Hadley Faye Medhi.
Kayla Marie Lechner.
Brett Patrick Garlett. Andrew Dwayne Zeiler. Briar Selsky. Maya Reese Elliott. Madison Lee West. Margaret Elise Moore. Delaney T. Getterman. Ruby Lopez. Abigail E. Chavez. Dorothea Rose Hetlinger. Mateo Anderson. Emma Titus. Allison I. Comer. Sarah Jane Anliker. Megan Elizabeth Merrick. Madeline K. Rollo. Alexis J. Epperheimer. Darby Rain Jester. Reagan R. Ellert. Allison Jamie Hoffman. Jennifer I. Mascote.
Hong Ngoc Quang Huynh. Johnny Huai Hong.
Carlo James Banico Valencia. Landry Hampton Stewart. Mary Elizabeth Draken.
Cassidy Krager.
Jennifer Hoffman. Reagan Nicole Fairfax. Madison Warner. Gwendolyn Schaefer.
Madison Rose Solis.
Ayana Rose Azure.
Calvin Bundit Tangsopapan.
Darby Rose Gunter. John T. Courtney. Jillian A. Eddington. Emily Grace Slidham.
Selah E. Worsham.
Caroline L. Gillenborg. Abdullah Talat Al-Awad. Cassidy Yost. Megan E. Hartnett. Emma Ann Mundy. Madeline Rachel Dalke. Addison Marie Wernamont. Trinity R. Martin. Morgan Caitlin Walker. Catherine Ruth Sobek. Ellie G. Sebastian. Sydney Vay Larson. Rachel Marie Lammers. Jasmine Bailey Mooney. Ellie Jo Peterson. Megan Elizabeth Lee. Kaylee A. Staver. Brooklyn M. Gager. Ella C. Box. Abigail Delaney Knuth. Maya Lynn Sisney. Jude P. Schneiders. Hasti Yousefi Arjmend. Ryan R. Buster. Joanne Fanny Smart. Dakota Sky Cruz. Betania Samuel. Congratulations to the Spring 2026 Bachelor of Science in Nursing graduates.
And now will all graduates stand and let's have a big round of applause for all of our graduates. You may be seated. Thank you. Now, we know that all of you have worked very hard. There's no doubt about it. And we know that you've also had help along the way. There's no doubt about it. So I think it's only proper that we acknowledge and raise gratitude for those who helped us. And let's start with our faculty and our staff from the KU School of Nursing. Please stand, recognize. And our staff, we have staff throughout the building. You guys have been just amazing support, so thank you. Thank you. But there's more, right? Will the parents of our graduates please stand and let us give you a round of applause. Parents. Yeah. But there are more. Will the spouses and partners please stand? Yeah. How about the children and the grandparents? Please stand. Yes. How about other family members and friends? Anybody who's here to celebrate these things? We are truly, collectively grateful for all of your support, helping us get all of these graduates the best education that they could possibly have. So thanks to all of you. Now, as a reminder, graduates, you are invited to the graduation ceremony in Lawrence tomorrow. So as a reminder, it is at 10:30 is when the processional starts, so we do hope you will attend. This concludes the University of Kansas School of Nursing recognition ceremony. We ask family and friends to remain seated until the graduates and the platform party have exited the room. Thank you for coming, and we hope you have a great and safe celebratory weekend.